Hey guys, so I wanted to put together a short video talking about Mighty Cables DMX cables. We have about 70 or 80 of these cables already, and come to find out, they are all wired incorrectly. And this is a brand new cable, just got in from Mighty probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's already broken from the factory or from the dealer. The clip is missing there, and we're just going to take it apart and I'll show you why these cables are put together wrong. So on one of our events we did about 2 weeks ago, we had a problem. As soon as we plugged in the DMX cables, all the fixtures, or excuse me, the fixture we were plugging in would just kick out of DMX mode and shut off completely. And come to find out, after talking with Ben Stowe, we found out why this cable wasn't working. And it turns out is that they actually have taken the cable that you ground to pin number 1 and they've grounded it to the housing. So what that does, you can see right there, there's pin 1. So the camera would adjust. There's pin 1 right there. And there it is, split off and soldered to the housing. And what that does is it creates a, I believe it's called a ground loop, and will actually fry some lights. Fortunately, our lights weren't fried, but it seems now more and more I'm reading about some other lighting manufacturers that the guys are using Mighty cables, and now their lights are not working properly, whether it may be the incorrectly soldered cable or if it may just be another reason. But there it is. Ground is, our pin 1 is grounded out to the chassis on the female side, and willing to bet that the male side's the same way. Nope, there it is. So if you guys have Mighty cables, what you need to do is you need to just cut that cable off the housing connector, and it'll fix it. But needless to say, they are done incorrectly. They should never have been done this way from the start. And actually, check that out. All the plastic shielding is completely melted away from pin number 3. I can't get the camera to zoom in enough for you. So I do it out here. There you go. Check it out. So all the plastic shielding that should be there on pin 3 is actually melted away and looks to be actually rubbing up against pin number 1. So again, you know, Mighty cables work for us, but I will not be purchasing any more of their cables after having to go through and cut out incorrectly soldered cables and redo a handful of cables myself. I don't have the time of the day to waste on fixing cables. So there it is. If you guys are having issues, cut out the ground or like the pin number 1 that's been soldered to the housing, and hopefully that should fix your issues. But I'd also I'm gonna have to go back through and look at my cables now with that shielding missing, make sure they're not rubbing up against any of the other pins. So there it is, Mighty cable.